Okay, you're gonna feel my fingers on your wrist. Come on, I need your eyes. I'm gonna take a look at that hand. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. He's totally non-responsive, so start him on chlorpromazine, and I believe he's in danger of a psychotic break. I want you to notify me immediately if and when that happens.
All right.
Thank you.
Come on. Come this way. Hold on. There you go. Watch yourself. Clean them up. One hour till lunch.
So what's the problem?
You're looking at it.
What, haywire?
Yep. It's my new cellmate.
They think I have schizoaffective disorder with bipolar tendencies. They're tattoos.
What about them?
What are they of?
They're just tattoos.
Man, he's got a maze on his skin. Why would he do that? Why would he put a maze on his skin? It's a pathway. Where does it lead?
Hello, Rumi. You were right about my tattoo. It is a path, just like you thought. And I need you to remember when you saw it, Haywire. I need you to remember what it looked like. Do you think you can do that for me?
In a world that constantly demands expression, the quiet observer holds the real power. While others rush to speak, to post, to share every fleeting thought, the one who sits back in silence, watches and listens, that person holds the key to true understanding. Silence isn't emptiness, it's information. It's awareness, it's a strategy, it's preparation. In silence you gather strength. You don't waste your energy proving what you know or who you are. You store that energy. You let your silence create mystery, and you let your awareness become your armor. While others drain themselves broadcasting noise, you conserve your strength, watching, understanding, storing information for when it really matters. Oversharing is often misunderstood as intelligence or openness, but in truth, it can be a symptom of a lack of awareness. To share everything you think, everything you feel without filtering is to give away your leverage. It is to expose your mind to be used, interpreted, and manipulated by others. The wise do not speak simply to fill the silence. They speak when it serves a purpose. They share what's necessary and nothing more. Because every piece of information you reveal can, and often will, be used against you. Maybe not now, but eventually. Oversharing removes mystery. It removes your unpredictability. It gives people a map to your emotions, your thoughts, your fears, and your plans. The more you expose, the more predictable you become. And predictability can be exploited. But when you are quiet, when your thoughts are your own, and your actions are calculated, you become difficult to anticipate. And unpredictability in strategy is power. The art of observation begins with self-control, the ability to watch without reacting, to feel emotions rise without letting them command you. When you allow your emotions to possess you, you give up control, and control is everything. Emotional regulation is not repression, it's mastery. If you cannot hold your emotions, you will speak when you should be silent. You will act when you should be still. You will reveal what should have remained hidden. To To be quiet is not to be passive, it is to be deliberate. A quiet mind is a focused mind. When you watch, you learn. When you listen, you receive. And the more you receive, the more you understand. While the loud are broadcasting, the silent are gathering data. They are reading patterns, they are decoding behavior. Observation, when practiced with intention, becomes a superpower. It gives you insight into people's behavior, into their tells, their habits, their weaknesses. It allows you to use any situation to your advantage, because to observe is to learn, and to learn is to adapt. When you know more than you show, you have the upper hand. You become unpredictable, and unpredictability is power. In manipulation, observation is the first step. Not manipulation in the malicious sense, but in the sense of influence. Influence requires understanding, and understanding requires awareness. You cannot move the pieces on the board if you don't know where they stand. You cannot influence people if you don't understand what motivates them, what they fear, what they desire. All of that comes from observation, quiet, patient, focused observation. Every move you make after that observation becomes more effective, because you're not acting randomly, you're acting precisely. Manipulation is the redirection of emotion, behavior, and perception, and awareness gives you the tools to do this with subtlety. The best manipulators are never loud. They are precise, surgical, thoughtful. Their moves are unseen until the result is inevitable. Everything in your surroundings is speaking to you. The people around you, the tone in their voice, the pace of their walk, the tension in their body, the environment itself, the way a room is organized, the temperature, the lighting, the noise, it all communicates something. The observer notices what others miss. The observer sees the unspoken, hears the unheard, and in that awareness lies advantage. To truly understand your surroundings means to see the whole, not just people, but objects, patterns, changes, dynamics. If someone moves their coffee mug from left to right every morning at the same time, that's information. If a colleague avoids eye contact after a certain topic is mentioned, that's information. Nothing is random. Patterns are everywhere. And once you train your mind to see patterns, the world begins to reveal itself in ways most people never see. Details are everything. The way a door closes, the shift in lighting, the glance between two people across the room, these are not meaningless. They are data. They are signals. The observer becomes fluent in these signals. And with that fluency comes power. Because while others are guessing, you are calculating. Psychology teaches us that human behavior is driven by subconscious patterns. Most people operate on autopilot, unaware of why they say what they say or do what they do. But the observer sees through the automation, through the cracks. They understand that language is not just words, it's tone, timing, body language, subtle shifts. True observation is multisensory. It is not just what is said, but how it is said. Not just what is done, but what is avoided. When you speak less and observe more, you make fewer mistakes. Mistakes often come from impulsivity, from rushing, from speaking too soon, acting too fast. The quiet mind makes better decisions. The observer calculates. They wait. They listen. Every moment becomes a data point. Every reaction, every silence, every contradiction, it all matters. The less you expose, the more you can absorb. And the more you absorb, the more powerful your position becomes. Awareness is a long-term game. In the short term, speaking might win you attention. But in the long run, awareness gives you dominance. Because those who watch understand the system. And those who understand the system can manipulate it to their benefit. Again, not manipulation for harm, but for direction, for control of outcome. Understanding emotions is central to all of this, Emotion is the language of the subconscious. If you can observe your own emotions without judgment, you begin to see them for what they are, signals, not commands. Most people are slaves to their emotions. They feel fear and they retreat. They feel anger and they attack. They feel joy and they overshare. But the emotionally intelligent person knows how to feel without becoming possessed. They use emotion as a guide, not a master. To be emotionally intelligent is to remain calm in chaos. It is to feel every emotion deeply, but express it with control. And in that control, there is power. Because when others lose themselves, you remain centered. And that calm becomes intimidating. It becomes influential. People begin to look to you for guidance, not because you shout, but because you remain solid. Manipulation, at its core, is the redirection of energy. It is the ability to take what is given, a situation, a reaction, a behavior, and redirect it toward a desired outcome. But you cannot redirect what you do not understand. That's why awareness is first. Awareness gives you the map. Manipulation moves the pieces. Awareness allows you to see people's inner mechanics, their beliefs, their insecurities, their habits. And once you understand those mechanics, influence becomes natural, because you speak to what matters to them. You guide them through their own patterns, not by force, but by subtle suggestion. The observer becomes the conductor. They do not need to raise their voice. Their power is in their perception. Every scenario you find yourself in contains variables, people, objects, time, location, emotion, language. The one who notices the most controls the most. If you are in a room and you can feel the shift in energy before anyone else does, you are already ahead. If you can predict a person's reaction based on a micro-expression, you have the advantage. This is not magic. This is awareness. Mistakes are often irreversible. The wrong word spoken at the wrong time, the wrong reaction, the wrong exposure. That is why every moment counts. Awareness keeps you aligned. It keeps you present. It prevents carelessness. And in a world where attention is scattered and impulsiveness is the norm, presence is rare, and rare is powerful. The psychology of language is deeply connected to this. Words can build or destroy, but most people speak without awareness. They use language reactively. The observer, however, uses language as a tool. They know when to speak. They choose their words with precision. They understand the emotional impact of tone, rhythm, phrasing. To speak with awareness is to influence without effort. Every word is deliberate. Every pause is purposeful. Expression is not just verbal. Your body speaks. Your silence speaks. Your presence speaks. People will study you whether you intend them to or not. But if you are aware of your expression, conscious of how you sit, how you look, how you respond, you control the narrative. And control is the foundation of all influence. The observer is not passive. They are active in stillness. They are present in silence. They are always watching, learning, calculating. This is not paranoia. It is precision. It is the awareness that every detail matters, that every environment holds information, that every person reveals more than they know, and that those who pay attention hold the advantage. So remain quiet, not because you have nothing to say, but because you are choosing power over impulse. Observe more, feel fully but express selectively, learn people, learn places, learn energies. Be aware of everything, because awareness is the seed of all influence. And influence, when used with wisdom, is the ultimate strength. Be the one who knows more than they show. Be the one who moves with precision, not reaction. Let others rush to be seen. You remain unseen until it's time. Then, when you do act, every move will have the weight of intention. And that, more than anything else, is the essence of power. Because silence isn't just the absence of noise, it's the presence of thought, of power, of control. And in a world that worships noise, silence is your greatest advantage.